everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode here of the Let's Play series. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final episode. We actually work on our sort of Season 1 area of the world, and today's going to be a talky episode. So if you guys are excited, please do be sure, of course, to drop a like rating. And, of course, I just want to thank you guys for all of the support you guys have showed this series so far. I truly do appreciate it. So, like I say, today's going to be a bit of a talky episode where we go ahead and fill in the final row of maps for our 8,000 by 8,000 mapped area map wall thing. So yeah, we're gonna sort of do a little bit of a season in review, I guess. But yeah, we're starting off here, guys, at a nice acacia village that we found. This is only the first map, and yeah, once again, we're starting off at a village, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, obviously, we'll probably wind up coming back to it a little bit later down the line, maybe in Season 2, maybe in a very much more future episode. But yeah, like I say, today's going to be a talky episode. We're going to do a little bit of a season in review, sort of talk about what went well, what we could probably improve upon, and yeah, all that kind of stuff, because I think it's healthy to do that every now and again, you know, just sort of stop, look back, try to figure out what you did wrong, try to figure out what could be improved for future episodes or future seasons in this case, and just sort of go from there, I guess. Now, what this video is going to serve as is like an open forum. So, what I want you guys to do is, like, listen carefully. You could listen to this episode like a podcast, but just keep a record of all your thoughts, and then why not go ahead and hash them down into a comment. So anything I talk about, you could go ahead down to the comments area. Even if you've never commented on any of my videos before, guys, just don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. You know, we've got a pretty nice community around here. So yeah, and I try my best to read every single comment that I get on my videos. So if I may, I'm going to indulge in some numbers to start off with. So this series, of course, started off in the end of November 2019. So we are already, what, approaching 8 months old on this world? Which is like, where's that time gone? Huh? Oh my word, like, honestly, there's been all manner of things been happening in the world, huh? I mean, to be honest, there was already, like, cases of, you know, the horrific COVID-19, you know, I mean, that's why it's called 19. It started off in 2019, didn't it? And then it sort of, you know, spread across the world, and we're still dealing with it even today. So that's probably the biggest thing that's happened in the world since started this series. But sort of as a result of that, you know, a lot of you guys have probably been at home from school or not been working or anything like that. So when it actually comes down to it, viewership on YouTube has actually been quite good. But the thing is, ad rates have not. You know, ad rates have gone way downhill because, you know, no one's going to want to advertise while there's a, you know, a global pandemic going on, right? So as a result, ad rates have gone down, and, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You just got to kind of deal with it. You got to take the good with the bad. Sometimes you get good ad rates, sometimes you get bad. But yeah, anyway, sorry, a bit of a tangent there. But anyways, the fact of the matter is, when this series started, we had 339,000 subscribers on this channel, which is pretty awesome, you know, as it is already. You know, that's already a third of the way up to that mystical 1 million mark, isn't it, my friends? Nowadays, though, we have 428,000 subscribers, nearly 100 episodes later, nearly 8 months later, and that is absolutely fantastic, my friends. Like, we are rapidly approaching the 500,000 mark on this channel as well. And if I'm being totally honest and totally candid with you guys, I think the Minecraft channel might be the first one to hit 1 million. If I just keep up the hard work and keep up the videos and keep up the passion for the games that I play, I firmly believe that this channel might actually be the one that overtakes my main GB channel and winds up getting to 1 million first. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again, Minecraft as a game, I've always preferred it over Terraria. I just love the infinite nature of exploring your worlds, not being limited by a certain size world and all that kind of stuff. And while Terraria has a lot more bosses and, well, just stuff to do in general, you know, bosses, events, all that kind of stuff, Minecraft, you know, it being 3D, it's just nice, especially in terms of building. Like, building opportunities in Minecraft are just kind of bonkers, aren't they? So, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Terraria. I truly do. It's like probably my second favorite game in the entire world. But my first favorite game is Minecraft. Like, it's pretty easy to say that I've probably put a 5-digit amount of hours into this game. Like, that's not even a question. I absolutely do not doubt that that is the case. Like, in terms of Terraria, I've got like 2,100 hours according to Steam alone. I think I've played it a little bit outside of Steam as well, but I don't know, man. Minecraft is where it's at for me, and it always has been and probably always will be. Now that Terraria's had its final major content update, like, what else is there, man? I mean, aside from mods, what else is there? I don't know, man. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with how the series has gone, my friends. I mean, at the start of this series, I think a lot of you guys might have been a little bit like, oh, God, he started another series that he's going to go ahead and just sort of can after a while. To be honest with you guys, I would absolutely not blame you if you had that mindset. But one thing I am really trying to do better in my life is stick to my word a bit more, you know, be a man of my word, you know what I'm saying? So when I started this series, I was like, you know what, this is it, this is the world I'm going to stay on, and I know I've said that before, I know that I've said that before, but this time I've just stuck with it, you know, we're 99 episodes in, nearly 100, and we're still going strong, my friends, you know, we're about to move into a brand new area of the world, right? You know, the massive flower forest area that we picked out previously. It's going to be a great time, my friends, you know, getting on with Flora City, the spiritual successor to Flora Valley from Python's World. Oh man, it's going to be like a nostalgia trip on steroids, isn't it? It's going to be amazing. I'm so looking forward to getting it underway. I really, really am. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the projects that we've done in this world, huh? Oh, hello, nice village. Whoa, that is a big, big village. Wow, I like that. That is very, very cool. Right, can I maybe... No, that's my bed. My bed. Wait, I can't rest. Oh, there's monsters nearby. Oh, hey there, buddy. Ah, dead. There we go. Right. Come on. Hey, it's my bed. Get out of there, villagers. My bed. But, yeah, let's talk about the projects that we've done on this one. Obviously, the elephant in the room, by far the biggest project we've done on this world so far that's actually done is the hub project, of course, which is awesome. I'm very happy to say that that is done. I mean, it did take 60+ episodes, and, well, to be honest with you, as much as it took a heck of a long time to do, and yes, I will admit, I did kind of get burnt out on it for a fair while, it's probably one of my favorite all-time projects that I've ever done, and I'm well aware that I've said that many times about many you know, projects in the past. You know, Flora Valley is definitely one that springs to mind because, you know, it was the very project that helped skyrocket this channel off the ground, right? So yeah, I know I say it a lot, but honestly, I'm a big fan of that project, the hub project, because when it actually comes down to it, it's like going to be the one-stop shop for most of the things we get in this world, you know? There's so many resources we can get there. There's so many farms there, iron farms, and, well, we've got a basic emerald farm in the form of the Emerald Trading Bank. You could just, like, transmutate the freaking iron into emeralds and use the emeralds to buy a bunch of resources. I mean, that's pretty epic, right? You know, the power of villagers. We well and truly went ahead and, you know, showed you guys the power of villagers on this world, huh? So, yeah, what else did we have in there? There's plenty of other stuff that we've done inside of the hub project, you know? So, what else have we got? We've got, like, a nice tree farm in there. That's really, really cool. We've got, like, a couple of, like, trophy-type rooms, you know? One of them being a room where we store all of our trophies for the weird and wonderful challenges that we do for the Wither and Dragon. And the other one being like a bit of a Pokemon or Project Pokemon, try to catch all of the mobs and put them inside a pens project, which, again, is going to be something we very much try to do in Season 2 as we go along. So, yeah, I mean, there's just so many things that we did. You know, the super large storage room as well. I'm really, really proud of that because it is by far the largest redstone project I've ever done. And that's one thing I really wanted to try and do in this series, is really just try to outdo myself, you know? The only competitor I have in this world is myself, isn't it? So, you know, if I find a cool way of doing something or a cool, better way of doing something I've already done, I'm going to give it a go, man. I'm going to give it a go. I'm always down to try and improve my skills in Minecraft, especially with redstone. You know, I've never been known to be someone who does a lot of redstone projects or is able to build stuff from scratch, but I'm starting to grasp sort of the simple concepts of redstone, you know, item sorters and basic stuff like that, you know. So in Season 2, maybe it'd be a cool idea for us to go ahead and maybe make like a redstone testing room where we just try different concepts, see what works, see what doesn't. I don't know. If you guys would be interested in that kind of thing, then let me know, man. I mean, you know, like I say, redstone, not my strong point, but we could always improve, right? And then, of course, my friends, the other super large project that we've got going on in this world and will still be going on, you know, throughout Season 2 is Blackstone Manor. Now, again, I'm going to make no lie of the fact that, yeah, I'm pretty burnt out on it, mostly because getting the resources for it is a bit of a pain, but here's the big thing, my friends. Apparently in 1.16.2, there are actually some new bartering trades you can get. You can get new items from bartering, and one of the new things you can get from bartering now is actually Blackstone. So I think it'll be a very, very cool idea in Season 2 if we make ourselves like an industrial-sized bartering farm, and then that would be a nice alternate way of getting a large quantity of Blackstone, right? I mean, as well as other stuffs as well. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, you could go ahead and insta-mine Blackstone, but trying to get a full-on beacon set up in the nether, it's a little bit of a pain, but I don't know, I think it's worth it just being able to insta-mine it, so I don't know. Like I say, Blackstone Manor, it's gonna be an amazing build. Like, it's already looking pretty damn good, isn't it? Let's just be honest here. And I'm so looking forward to eventually getting it done. But like I say, that won't be done until at some point in Season 2, I guess, when I feel like going back to it. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, man. I think, you know, it's just going to be like sort of old world syndrome, you know. You start a project, you might get bored of it, so it's like, okay, so I've got a choice here. I either lower the frequency of episodes or I start a new project to sort of reinvigorate my passion for the series. And honestly, I've always been a fan of going for the latter, as much as I have maybe said otherwise. I don't know. A lot of the time I've been saying, you know, we should go ahead and just focus on one project at any one time. But I've learned as the series has gone on that, oh, hey, it's actually not that bad to have multiple projects at the same time, because if you get bored of one, you can just go ahead and get back to another one, or maybe start a new project, or, I don't know, you know, as long as you've got the ideas, then, you know, what's the problem, you know? As long as you just keep it up, then you're all good. But the risk there, of course, as you guys may know, is getting overwhelmed. You know, getting overwhelmed on your worlds is never fun, is it? You know, it kind of becomes a bit more of a chore, right? You have to go ahead and complete projects upon projects upon projects, and it's like, oh man, there's just so much to do. So, yeah, it's definitely something that I am going to bear in mind going forward, you know, is the amount of projects I have going on. I don't want to have too many, but I don't mind having multiple at the same time, because I think it's healthy to have multiple projects. So I touched very, very lightly on frequency of videos, and that would be the next thing I wanted to talk about. I've actually been pretty happy with the frequency of the episodes from this series. Obviously at the start, you know, episodes are a lot easier to make in my opinion, because, you know, you're spending a lot of your time going ahead and, you know, gearing yourself up and all that kind of stuff. And for me personally, I feel like that's when my episodes shine. It's usually when it gets to later game, like for example now, that I start to get to the point where it's like, oh hey, I actually need to put like loads and loads of time into episodes to make them, you know, interesting still, you know, keep people coming in or keep people, you know, interested in the series that may have, I don't know, lost interest or something like that. It's definitely one of those things that it's a hard balancing act, isn't it? At the start, I'm usually able to maintain a daily upload schedule because, you know, like I say, episodes are easier to make. I'm gaining resources, all that kind of stuff. People don't want to miss out on that kind of stuff. But then later down the line, you know, frequency of episodes decrease because I have to put a lot more time into each episode because I want to make them seem interesting. So as much as that may be the case, I feel like on average we've been able to keep up like maybe an every other day schedule. Like if I was to sort of total up and divide by the amount of days this series has run, you know, I don't know. I'm still pretty happy, though, and I hope you guys are as well. And I think it goes without saying, you know, beginning of Season 2, we're probably going to return to a near-daily schedule. Now, of course, the difference is we do have ourselves the Minecraft Legacy SMP server going as well. And that is, of course, going to be continuing, and every now and again, we'll pop in an episode here and there. But I'm thinking that what we might wind up doing, Whoa, hang on a second. I just found something kind of cool here. We've got like a swamp cove, dude. Whoa. Wow. It's like a full-on swamp cove down here. That's cool. I like that. I might have to take down the coordinates of that. Huh. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so in terms of going forward, I was thinking of doing maybe 3 Python Plays Minecraft episodes in a row, and then going ahead and doing a Legacy episode. So, like a 3-to-1 schedule. So, 3 days of PPM, 1 day of Legacy, and then so on and so forth. And hopefully that will be enough to keep you guys, you know, excited for the series and all that kind of stuff, because I certainly am. I am so excited to get on with Season 2. Super excited to get on with Flora City, because Flora City and Flora Valley, they're probably going to have like the same block palette, right? And the thing I loved about it is all of the resources were so stupidly simple to get. They're all beginning game resources, you know? And it's by far my strongest build style, is sort of nature, wood and stone, all that kind of stuff. And it goes without saying, yeah, we're going to be using that block palette, but we are going to try to make the builds have maybe more detail. We're going to try and improve our build styles and building ways as we go along as well. So don't worry, it's not just going to be the same thing over and over again. But we are going to be going ahead and using the same blocks, but hopefully for more interesting builds, right? Alrighty guys, so we are just past the halfway point in terms of these maps now. We've got ourselves some pretty nice terrain generation around here. Some very nice forested hills and mountains with nice overhangs here. I've always had a soft spot for these sorts of things, man. Always. I know I say it a lot, but it always reminds me of the old Minecraft beta terrain generation. I don't know if you guys can remember, like, for example, the old Glacier Seed or Glacier Seed from the very old days. But that kind of terrain generation reminds me of it. And it just gives me a nice blast of nostalgia. It's like, oh man, you know? We used to get some pretty epic terrain generation back in the day. And, you know, every now and again, you know, even in modern Minecraft, you know, you still get yourselves some pretty amazing terrain generation. I mean, look at the Season 2 area of the world that we're going to be starting in. That is, like, for me, once in a lifetime terrain generation right there. That's just amazing, isn't it? So, I can't wait to just build there, man. But one thing I will try to do in Season 2 is try to preserve the natural beauty of that area of the world, okay? So, you know, we want to still emphasize the fact it's a flower forest. We don't want to just go ahead and chop down all the flowers and just make it into something that it isn't, you know? I want to still have the flower forest biome be a flower forest biome, because they are my favorite biomes because of the fact that they're just so colorful. You know, they make for great YouTube content in my eyes, because having loads of color is just visually appealing, isn't it? It's lovely. It really is. Especially to, you know, the younger generation as well. You know, everybody likes to see loads of colors, right? So, I don't know. I kind of like it. So, we're going to try and preserve the natural beauty of the Season 2 area of the world, but we're also going to try and do a bunch of builds that look great and fit in with the area as well. So, the other thing I wanted to mention, of course, is sort of the main base area. Now, you know, there's actually not that much on the surface, and like I say, that's because, you know, we spent like 60 plus episodes working on the hub project, right? So when it actually comes to the... Oh, a witch hut. When it actually comes to the episode 100 world tour, it might not look like I've done that much on the surface, because, yeah, it's pretty much all underground where all of the progress is. So it's going to feel a bit weird, that, because on Python's World episode 100, I feel like I had a lot more to show because it was on the surface. But this time it's like, oh, okay, it's like all underground, so on the surface there's actually not that much going on. So, yeah. Maybe that's something I want to try and, you know, work on in Season 2, is making more builds on the surface, so I have a lot more things to show you guys, I guess, per world tour. You know? I think that'd be nice. But going back to the main base area, there's still loads and loads of room to go ahead and expand upon, my friends. There is so much room around there. I think, like, way back in the day, well, many months ago, I said I wanted to make, like, a mansion or something like that on top of the sort of wooden walkway area that we've got going on. That could be a cool idea for Season 2 at some point. That's just, I mean, honestly, guys, I keep talking about all of these ideas that I've got going around in my head, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm going to try and stick to my world this time. You know, I don't want to start a new world unless it's absolutely necessary to start a new world to get the new features. All I'll wind up doing is probably like pruning chunks. If there ever winds up being a game-breaking update again, which I just don't think there will be at this point. I think Mojang have learned their lesson and have actually been releasing very, very stable updates as of late. Then yeah, I mean, I see no reason to start a new Let's Play on a new world. I'm probably just going to keep doing different seasons on the same world, kind of similar to Python's world. So yeah, I think that'd be a cool idea. I think that'd be a cool way to do things. And talking of which, I think what I'm going to say right now, I don't know, I think it makes sense, really. I mean, as much as episode 101 is going to still be episode 101, I'm going to treat it as an episode 1, okay? I'm going to call it, like, season 2, episode 1, because by doing that, I feel like I'll be able to get, you know, I feel like I'll be able to drum up a bit more interest in the series, right? You know, episode 1s on YouTube always do better than episode 101s, for example. So it just makes sense, doesn't it? I'd love to go ahead and get some new peeps into this series and, you know, just get some more hype going on, you know? New seasons always drum up a bunch of hype and, you know, bring in some new folks. And, you know, it's a good time, isn't it? It is a good time. So, yeah, like I say, episode 101, I'm going to treat it as an episode 1. But, you know, for those of you guys in the know, it will still be episode 101, you know? It's just numbers, okay? It's just numbers. So, to be honest, I think there's only 2 more things I wanted to mention. A nice focus in Season 2 and just all of the seasons going ahead is... one thing I want to do is try to connect all of the areas together with actual pathways and not just rely on nether travel. Now, you know, we're going to be doing, like, plenty of nether builds and all that kind of stuff, you know, later down the line when we feel like it, but I don't want to just have to rely on nether travel because, you know, that's just, you know, the easy way out, you know, it's the easy way out. I want to go ahead and really try to push myself to just sort of expand this world, you know? We've got ourselves a massive 8,000 by 8,000 area, which for the most part we're going to be sticking to, you know? We're going to build mostly in the confines of that area, and I want to make sure that I connect it all up together. So, you know, we can have, like, loads and loads of pathways all around the world leading to various places. And it lends itself to many, many different building opportunities, you know. We could have, like, traveling camps. We can have ourselves lodestone blocks all over the place with maps and compasses and whatnots leading to various places. We could put waypoints on the existing maps so we can pinpoint where things are as well. There's just so many things I want to do that just add immersion to the world, you know, and not just having to rely on nether travel. Because as much as it's effective, you know, it just kind of breaks the immersion a little bit for me personally. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to do that. Alrighty guys, so here we are in the process of filling in the very final map for our 8,000 by 8,000 map wall. And the final thing I wanted to mention is the map download for next episode, episode 100. I have decided that I'm actually going to release 2 map downloads, okay? Now, one thing I'm well aware of is that not everybody in the world has great internet, okay? So as a result of that, what I'm going to wind up doing is releasing both the, in air quotes, full version of this world, which, as far as I can estimate, is going to be about 1.75 gigabytes big, and will have all of the 8,000 by 8,000 area mapped out, and all of the chunks will still be there. But what I'm also going to do is release what I'm going to call the light version, which will still contain all of the builds and everything that we've done, but we're going to go ahead and prune a whole bunch of the chunks that we haven't built in yet. And what that'll do is it'll reduce the file size, but we'll still keep all of the builds that we've done in the world, okay? And as a result of that, you should be able to get the download a lot quicker, and then you could just re-explore whatever chunks that you want to explore, okay? So I do hope that that is something that you guys are excited for, because like I say, I know that not everybody has good internet, so 1.75 gigs on bad internet, ooh, that could be many, many hours worth of download, you know? Whereas if I pruned it and it only goes down to like 100 megabytes, like pretty much anyone and everyone could download that, right? So, yeah. And ladies and gents, here we are back at base. And for the final time, my friends, let's fill in this map And then we can have a look at it all, right? 8,000 by 8,000 mapped out area. This is it, my friends. This is our world. Oh, man. That is quite something, isn't it? In terms of map walls, this is definitely the largest one I've ever done. There's just so much going on, isn't there? You know, we've got continents everywhere. You know, we've got like this continent, which sort of spans all the way around here. We've got this continent here, separated by this little stream here. We've got like a continent over here. Ooh. There's just so much going on, man. It's beautiful. Man, I can't wait to put waypoints on this thing and just make this world seem more alive, man. Oh, I can't freaking wait, dudes. Alright, for now though, let's go ahead, clean out our inventory. We'll repair all of our stuffs, do the comment of the day, and then end off today's episode. Alrighty, guys. Well, here we are. Let's do the comment of the day. Kyle Bourdine says, instead of just starting episode 101 in the new area, it might be cool to actually travel there by foot and gather supplies on the way there. Love the vids. Keep it up. It's a nice idea, but I've already kind of got an idea as to how I'm going to sort of bridge the gap in between the two seasons. You guys will see what I wind up doing at the end of episode 100 and then the beginning of episode 101. Rest assured. I'll give you a little spoiler alert. It involves these three guys, okay? So far, we have had absolutely no use for them, but I think we should change that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode and the last proper episode of Season 1 before the World Tour, please do be sure to drop a like rating, my friends. Honestly, it truly does mean the world to me. Show your hype for the upcoming new season of Python Plays Minecraft. I'm so excited to begin. I'm so excited to get on with Flora City. I'm so excited to begin again. Like, guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, man. Do be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the World Tour and the new season, my friends. Honestly, it's totally free to do. Just create a YouTube account, head down, click the subscribe button. It's totally free to do, and you'll be the first to know when the new season begins, okay? But yeah, for now though, my friends, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next episode.